Most confidence advice you've heard traces back to a handful of studies that never survived being retested. Some of it fell apart completely. Some of it held up better than people think. Here are 5 of the biggest myths, what the actual research says now, and what to do instead of the thing that doesn't work. Quick context first, because the story behind these myths matters. A few of them come from single, flashy studies that went viral before anyone tried to repeat them. In science, a result only really counts once it's been checked by other labs, with more people, under tighter conditions. Some of today's myths failed that check completely. One of them, surprisingly, has held up well. So the goal here isn't to trash everything you've heard about confidence, it's to sort which parts are real. Myth 1. Power posing changes your body chemistry. The original 2010 study said 2 minutes in an expansive posture raised your testosterone, lowered your cortisol, and made you more willing to take risks. It went everywhere, becoming one of the most watched TED Talks of all time. Then, a much larger replication, 5 times the sample size, found the feeling of power held up. People did report feeling more confident. But the hormone shift and the actual risk-taking behavior didn't replicate at all. The original researcher walked back her own claim publicly in 2016. So what do you do instead? Use the posture for what it actually does. A 2-minute mood reset before something stressful. But stop expecting it to rewire your nervous system. Stand tall in the elevator before the interview if it helps you feel steadier walking in. Just don't mistake that feeling for the thing that actually gets you hired. If you need real confidence for the room, that comes from somewhere else on this list. Myth 2. Maximum eye contact makes you look confident. Locking eyes and refusing to look away isn't read as confidence. It's read as pressure. When researchers let people choose their own comfortable gaze duration in conversation, the average came out to about 3 seconds before a natural break. Go past that, and people start reading it as intense, sometimes even hostile, not self-assured. What actually works is holding eye contact for a few seconds, breaking naturally when you'd genuinely glance away, toward a gesture, a thought, the room, then coming back. That rhythm is what confident eye contact actually looks like, not a stare you're forcing yourself to hold. Myth 3. Calm down before you go in. Telling yourself to relax when you're keyed up is fighting your own nervous system, and it usually loses. In one well-known study, people about to sing karaoke, give a speech, or do public math were told to say either "I am calm" or "I am excited" out loud beforehand. The excited group performed better across the board. Here's why it works. Your body is already aroused, heart rate up, adrenaline running. Calling that excitement instead of anxiety doesn't ask your body to do anything different. It just reframes a state you're already in as fuel instead of a warning sign. Next time you're nervous before something, try saying it's excitement instead of trying to talk yourself down. Myth 4. Wait until you feel confident to start. This one has the order backwards. The research on self-efficacy, your belief in your own ability, points the other way. Confidence tends to follow competence, not the reverse. It gets built by actually doing the thing, badly, a few times, and watching yourself survive it and improve. If you wait for the feeling of readiness before you start, you can wait a long time, because that feeling is usually the result of the reps, not the requirement for starting them. Nobody feels ready for their first cold call, their first time public speaking, or their first hard conversation. They just did it anyway, badly, a few times, and the feeling caught up afterward. The actual move is to lower the stakes on the first few attempts and let the confidence show up afterward. Earned. Myth 5. Everyone can see how nervous you are. They almost certainly can't. not to the degree you think. Psychologists call this the illusion of transparency. In study after study, people rated their own visible nervousness as far higher than outside observers actually noticed. Your shaking hands feel like a siren to you. To everyone else in the room, they're barely on the radar. This might be the most useful one on the list because it means the gap between how nervous you feel and how nervous you look is almost always in your favor. You can be quietly panicking on the inside and still come across as completely fine. So here's the recap. Power posing shifts how you feel, not your hormones. Eye contact works better around 3 seconds, not forever. Reframe nerves as excitement instead of trying to calm down. Confidence follows action. It doesn't come before it. And nobody can see your nerves the way you think they can. None of this is about faking anything. It's about knowing which parts of the old advice were real and which parts were just a good story. Which myth did you believe the most? Tell me in the comments, and follow Own the Room for daily psychology you can actually use.